Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to use the area model for division when we're dividing with decimals. So today you'll notice we're using dividends that are decimal numbers, and then our divisor is always going to be a 2-digit whole number. So in this case, we're dividing 44 and 8/10 by 14. All right, so again, we're using the area model for division. So the first thing I want to do is set up my problem for the area model. So I'm going to put my divisor out front, 14, and then I'm just going to draw a box, a rectangular box, and I'm going to put my dividend inside, 44 and 8/10. And then I'm trying to figure out, on top, what would I multiply by 14 to come up with this total of 44 and 8/10. So I start to think about things that I know about 14 and how close I could get to 44 and 8/10. Well, of course, I know 14 times 1 is 14. 14 times 2, if I double it, that's 28. 14 times 3. I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head, so I'm going to come over to the side and just try that. I think I might could get closer than 28, so let's try. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So comparing that with my dividend, that will work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the 3 on the top, and then I've already multiplied 14 times 3, and that made 42. Okay, so you're going to remember next I'm going to subtract. And good news, we know how to subtract decimals. What you might want to do is fill in those trailing zeros to make things easier. And then bring your decimals straight down in your subtraction. And there you have it. So that gives me a difference of 2 and 8/10. All right. And then I go from there. So I'm trying to figure out 14 times what gets me as close to 2 and 8/10 as possible. Now, this is a little confusing to think about because 14 times 1 is 14, and that's too much. So you might be thinking, well, this is our remainder. So that's not the case. We're going to start thinking about numbers less than 1. In the past, we would have just called this our remainder, but we're going to think about what numbers less than 1 might work. So what kinds of numbers are less than 1? Decimal numbers, fractions, those sorts of things. So one thing that I'm noticing, of course, like I said, I know 14 times 1 is 14. And I know that 14 times 2, so 14 plus 14 is 28. Take a look at the similarity there. 28, 2.8. I've been thinking, we've learned about powers of 10 lately. If I move my decimal over one place here, moving my decimal over one place here. So it seems like 14 times 2/10 would make 2 and 8/10. And that's what I'm looking for. So I'll put 2/10 up top. And 2/10 times 14 gets me 2 and 8/10, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And I subtract and get a difference of 0, a remainder of 0.